He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The defense here for the Rams.
I played college football at the same time as T.J. McDonald's father, Tim. And what a great player he was. T.J. definitely is following in his father's footsteps.
Fitzpatrick, right side, there's Decker. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On first down, this is Forte. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Toss play, Powell. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Matt Forte, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. First down, Keenum. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's brought down. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it, because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. The tight end changing his position. Britt goes in motion right. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
In scouting parlance, if you really like a player, they ask if you're going to pound the table for him. Well, when Todd Gurley came out of Georgia, I stood on a table and did backflips. Even with the knee injury he suffered his last year there, I thought he was one of the best runners I'd seen come into the game since Adrian Peterson.
Come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw, Keenum. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second down following the incompletion. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The drive begins with a run by Forte, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Another pistol look here. This is the running back, Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And he's got room. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. On third down, Fitzpatrick. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over first and 10. And now out come the Jets. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Forte, the lone running back. And they'll give it to him here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. And incomplete there. a nice hit jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Penalty marker is down here.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you could see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, you might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to a Los Angeles 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page.
This is caught inside the 15. They'll get 32 yards there, and it'll be a Los Angeles 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. This will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Zerline's kick is good. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down, Fitzpatrick. A dump off to Forte. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now a first down following that long gain. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. First down, Fitzpatrick. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They come out here in the eye. They start on the ground with Forte. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And able to find Decker. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And the grab by Croft. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because... well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds? Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half. I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick dumps off to Powell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game? Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes. And into the end zone. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there. See how that recipe works. So 2nd and 10 here. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. And that's going to be too high. Out of of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And that's incomplete. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. Caught here left side by Brett. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, +3.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll toss here to Powell. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, we're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Powell. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2 and they ran the ball for only 1 yard and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Brian Quick, the intended target, and that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Keenum, got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Alex Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is good. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man open. It's Brian Quick. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And there's a flag on the play. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them. And they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. One last throw for Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So for the Jets, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.